Greetings. I need to adjust my crown already, y'all. I have been out on the town today, so here I am another day. Oh my goodness, my crown is doing what it want to do right now, but I'm going to adjust it before we even get started. Understanding that today was a good day. I was able to go out and do a little playtime with women in my area, which I have been looking for and trying to make this personal connection. I know I told y'all the other day that I need human connection, right? And I was able to go out today and I met some awesome women today, hanging out with the women of Powder Springs. I got to meet some powerful women, some amazing women, some women who definitely reflect me. And this is truly where we're going to start the reading, okay? We were made to shine. We were made to show up unapologetically and see the success that awaits us as we let go of the things of the past, those limiting beliefs, those old ideas, those old perceived programs of how we've shown up before. You know, it's like, yeah, they served their purpose when they were serving their purpose, and now I'm expanding into something more. And this is where we begin to unlock every door that holds the key of all of our love frequency. As you know, I am your host, Chantel Sierra to Shakim, coming in live on location from the house of Shakim, tapping into universal energy while utilizing tarot, oracle decks, my own intuition, my connection with God, the ancestors, the angelics, and all the others, energies and vibrations that serve my highest life now. And this is where we find that place of loyalty, of peace, of understanding that you get to play in this world however you decide, okay? But you got to do something. You got to throw something up and see what sticks. As those of you who've been watching me for a while knows, this is something that I would have never thought that I would be doing. I was too professional for that. But my little girl, two cards fell down. But my little girl said, no, this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. This is that work of balancing the shadow energy, of coming into alignment with universal energy and beginning to show up in this space of temperance, knowing that you get to fill your own cup, okay? And the last card is the Lovers. Understanding that when you begin to love on you unconditionally, everything that supports that will show up too. All right? We're going to ring that in. We playing with life. Have you been playing with life? What does Hey, greetings. Welcome in, Era. What does playing with life look like for you? Does it look like you shrinking? Or does it look like you throwing stuff up and seeing what sticks? Are you able to work with universal energy and find that thing, that uniqueness of who you are and what you have been sent to do? Welcome in. Thanks for the taps. Thanks for the love. And yes, Era was one of the ladies that I met at the event. So welcome in, Era. And I met Era, I met Kaya, I met Stephanie, I met Lillian. I met some beautiful souls. I met Catherine, I met Melody. I'm shouting y'all all out on this screen, y'all. Thank you for allowing me to show up and play with you. All right, as we tapping into this energy of play, what is it that you like to do? As we look into the tarot, this is what we do on this station. We pull tarot, we pull oracle cards, and we find out the universal message. It's not only for my audience, but it's for me as well. Because tarot has been a tool that can be used for evil or good, depending on who you are and the energy you work with. Just like the Bible, just like any holy tablet, just like any holy thing. You use it to serve you and to serve the community you are serving. So this is the time I am taking the stage, and you are being called to do the same. This is where your success, your abundance, you have to show up unapologetically, allowing your light to move you away from those things that no longer serve you, that serve their purpose, and now you got to let them go, because that is truly where you'll find your abundance. That is where you show up in the truth of how good can it get. But you sometimes got to throw something up and see what sticks. We are creating this new world day by day, by our thoughts, by our visions, by our dreams, by working toward them to see them come true. And this is where the moon energy shows up for me and you. This is being diligent about understanding seasons, understanding cycles, understanding that you don't have to remain the same. You don't have to continue to show up the way you've always shown up. There is something that is bringing you to this place of balancing the shadow and the light, that place of feeling like your worth is based on your job, your profession, the image that you carry. No, your worth is based on you being you on a spiritual level. And this is where the lovers come through. You have to truly begin to love on you in order to find and receive and to expand into the love of this earth, of this life that you desire. But it starts within you first. So we're going to tap in to our ancestral medicine from the secrets of the ancestor deck. Just tapping in to see what supporting information they have next. And what comes out? The loner. I have been taking this time to go within so I don't do without. And this says isolation and introspection. Have you taken time to sit with what's on the inside of you? Have you taken time to really see yourself as the warrior of light, ready to show up and fight for what you know is right? We don't have to keep doing life as usual. It's not business as usual anymore. This is a time for change. This is a time for, if you're constantly saying, oh, I've been doing it this way all along, but you're truly not finding peace in that process, it's time for a change. You have to see that you can move beyond those old stories, those limiting beliefs, those things that keep you stuck, those things that keep you going around the same low vibrational cycle. And you have to show up in this light of, you know what? I get to play with whoever want to play with me. So we're going to read this from the Secret of the Ancestors book, and it is number 9, and that is the year we are coming out of. Based on the galactic calendar and the 13 moon cycle, we are about to end this 9-year come July. So it's really, really crucial that you examine you, that you find out truly what it is that you were meant to do. And it may look like something totally different than anything you've done before, as I've come on here doing these tarot cards. It says, I trust my inner voice. I trust my dreams. I trust my visions. I trust what I feel inside to move me to the next dimension. The ancestor medicine here says, for some of your ancestors, being alone with their thoughts was the last thing they needed. My child, allow yourself to take time when needed. My post that I posted on my Facebook today was talking about you have the permission to dream. You have the permission to do and see the unseen. But you have to see it first in your inner, in your heart, in your seat of creation, in your third eye. And you have to be able to hold that vibration. It's so many things out here that can get us distracted. It's so many things that can get us mixed up and off track. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I am doing well today. I am doing well. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yes, yes, yes. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Era. Thank you for that. So now we're talking about the boundaries. So the boundaries are those places where you now begin to do something different. You know, we're doing it this way all along, but you feel like you're still missing out. There is a misalignment, and too much misalignment will cause you to fall into the traps of stagnation, lack, and everything else that you don't want. So you have to begin to know how to create these boundaries. This is the mother of air energy, number 35. And it says, number 35. Thank you all for tapping. Thank you for the follow me. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. As content creators, we get to help each other, and I'm truly thankful. Grab your seat and grab your daily heart me. Yes, girl, yes. This is how we do it. And we have to speak clearly. You know, we are all in this journey together. We are speaking life into our situations by the words we speak, by the company we keep, and knowing that you can put up boundaries when people aren't working for you, where there's no reciprocity, where you feel like you're overgiving and never getting in return. That's where the boundaries show up. This Mother of Air energy says, are you suppressing your emotions? We all have those hard-edged queens in our lineage. I know I did. They didn't play. You don't want to get on their bad side. I've healed that. Where can you use wisdom in your life now? You know, we don't have to fight the way they fought. We don't have to silence ourselves the way they silenced themselves. We can truly begin to see our world change right before our eyes by us just showing up and expressing what's on our inside. We all have a piece of this grand puzzle. And it takes connecting. It takes being able to show up authentically so that you can truly begin to mirror those other parts of you, the other parts of me. We are all in this galaxy of creative energy. And it's, what are you creating? How can I support you? How can I grow with you? How can I glow with you? And how can I truly allow my being to receive everything that it needs by me doing my work? And that's where the soul journey comes in. We're going to tap into the soul's journey. Soul's journey cards always give us some practical insight of the energies that we have been feeling. And 2 cards came out face down. The first one is doubt. You cannot doubt what it is you are being sent to do. You have to begin to reestablish your boundaries, reestablish your worth, reestablish what you see for your life, and show up for the fight. Doubt says here, I release the need to know all the answers. As if it don't feel good, just let it go. You don't have to know why. You just have to know that you've learned the lesson. That, hey, this doesn't feel good. So it's now time to receive the blessing. And this is trust. It says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Y'all see me shuffling these cards, and these are the same 2 cards, the same 2 energies that have been coming out frequently. Being able to trust your inner voice, being able to trust your God connection, being able to create from your I am, I can, I do, I feel, I speak, I see, I know. And when you can begin to align in that frequency, everything you desire, everything you want, everything you are looking for will begin to attract to you. It's not a force, it's not a fight, it's a flow. When I move, you move, just like that. And you attract that which you desire. As I have definitely enjoyed playing with my little girl, doing these tarot and oracle card messages, but also I've enjoyed the message that has come through. So we're going to go into the moonology because this moon card did show up, and it's right dab in the middle, right after throw it up and see what sticks. Okay, so when you throw it up and see what sticks, you don't know what's gonna stick, but you know what you have seen, you know what you have done, and now it's time to work out your own salvation. Okay, this is how we do it. The first card out is a personal issue reaches a resolution. Be resolved to live your best life now. This is the full moon of Cancer, followed by the full moon in Leo. And we just came out of this big blue moon in Sagittarius. But it says, don't let pride get in your way. I'm going to ring that in. Don't let pride get in your way, because sometimes we have gotten so attached to the image, to the prestige of what people have given us or offered us in a position, even when it's disheartening, even when it's uncomfortable, even when you're being pulled in another direction. You are so prideful to stay in this box because it's serving you to a degree that you ain't even willing to see what else is out there for you. So this is where we have to move through the issue of getting personal with ourselves, really coming into this energy of loving on ourselves and seeing how the universe is showing up to support us. I love the way the universe shows. We go through seasons. And sometimes you just got to let it go, even if it has served you. It's not willing, or you're not supposed to take it into this new part of your journey. You take the lessons and the blessings, but you leave the personas, you leave the mask, you leave those ideas that no longer are for you in this next journey. So the full moon in Cancer, I'm going to read it from the book and see what the affirmational medicine is. And then we'll do the other one, 74. And that's the year I was born, y'all. 74. So the teaching here for this personal issue that's reaching a resolution, it says, the heightened emotions of the moon Cancer, the full moon in Cancer combination can't be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the moon's two home signs, along with Taurus, which is my other sign. So astrologically speaking, the moon loves to be in this sign. In fact, she rules Cancer. This means that with this card, there is a sense that all is as it is or should be. So don't worry, all is well. So when you find yourself feeling like everything is crumbling or nothing is happening the way you want it to, my motto is, how good can it get? Because from that space, you get to choose something else. You get to enjoy something else. You get to create something else. And you don't have to settle. Ring that in. You don't have to settle. It says, it may be best to move toward what you want in a sideways manner. So when I move, you move, just like that. I said that earlier. Sometimes you got to lean with it, bob with it, until you can raise up to the next level. But don't let pride get in the way. This is the full moon in Leo. And it's like, yeah, you got to take pride in who you are. You have to know that you are worthy of the best life now, but you can't allow it to cause judgment or make you feel that you are better than someone else, because we all are in this together. There's no one better than the other. We all have our own challenges. We all have our own direction, and we just got to move in it, okay? And that is number 76. 76. So how y'all doing today? What's going on? Where we at? We fit to close this. We getting ready to close this out. But if anyone has any questions that they would like me to pull a card on, I'm open to that as well. So the full moon in Leo says, be magnificent without being plain too much. Be magnificent, but don't be too much. Okay? Welcome in, Kim. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the follow. I ain't seen you in a minute, sis. How you been? We are playing again in this energy of the how do you play with life? I know you are a book connoisseur and you love to read. Yes. What else do you love to do? How do you love on you? What does that look like for you? A nice book sitting by the water? Woo, that card just popped out. Look at this, y'all. You can't make that up. Y'all see that? the inner child. And she wearing green like me today. Y'all know my little girl is the one who brings me into this. And you watch movies. Yes, okay. Horror movies of all things. Girl, you better than me. I steer clear. I hardly ever watch TV. But I do come on here and play with this little girl. And it says inner child. And really, truly, this is where our work begins. This is how we begin to live our best life now. When we can go back and get that little child, our little girl, our little boy, and begin to say, hey, what is it that you always wanted to do? What is it that you always wanted to experience? Let's do that. Let's tap into that. Let's see what's on the other side of that. Because the world has taught us to be adults. But the kid in us is still there. It still shows up. And mostly in an unregulated space. Because we want to suppress her. We want to say, oh, you can't be a kid. You can't do this. You can't do that. But yes, you can. What you believe is what you get. The inner child says, my inner child is free to express love and joy. And this is what I've been doing every time I come on this TikTok live. This is day number 156, and I truly had an opportunity to go out and play today. I went to a mixer for my little community in the city that I live in to meet women who are, you know, in the area. Because as you know, I was saying I'm missing that connection with people. So I was able to meet some cool people. I was able to have a glass of a home brew or special brewed coconut wine that was so divine. Shout out to the brewery, Cellular Brewery, for the wine and for the mixer. Shout out to the group, Women of Powder Springs, for hosting this event. And it was so divine. And it was just women getting together and talking, seeing who we are and what we do, and, you know, showing up as you. And I truly enjoyed it. And I'm being called to do more and more of it. So if you are in the local area and you want to connect, as I've sent out the message over and over and over, this is our time. This is our time to truly begin to rise, okay? We're going to go into the African goddess rising, because they say, yes, it is time to rise. And I'm feeling like we're rising out of this nostalgia and saying, yeah, I did this, and it was so bittersweet. It was good. I accomplished all my hopes and dreams, but I still feel like there's something missing. Give thanks. This is where we have to throw it up, and begin to work on our mission, your soul purpose, through not doubting it. If it doesn't look like what you thought, trust it. You know, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So, what goddess rising do you want us to talk about today? Miracles, okay, followed by radical rebirth. You can't get no better than that. Oh my God. And it's the number 5. So I give thanks for the Most Divine confirming that word for me. As y'all know, my life path number is a number 5. Okay? Yes, I love this day too. So, miracles are rising. The moment we begin to embrace our inner child, the moment we begin to do our shadow work, the moment we don't allow pride to get in the way, the moment we don't allow doubt to hinder us, the moment we take time to get alone with ourselves and begin to love on our soul unconditionally, bringing it all into harmony and balance. Because this is truly where your abundance will be found, when you can truly show up loyal to yourself. And take the stage, y'all. Take the stage of your life. You were sent to be the star. You are the star, and you are the miracle. So we're going to read into this miracles card, number 42. Number 42, and see what it do, y'all. Okay, it says, my life is full of miracles. You are a magnet for miracles. You are the miracle. What if you truly allowed yourself to believe all things are possible? Dare to dream bigger. Woo! This is only the beginning. Dare to dream bigger. What dreams may come. It's all up to you, and it has already begun. But you truly have to show up. You have to show up knowing that you get to do this. Where did that other card go? Oh, there it is. And then the next one is rebirth. We talked about spiritual rebirth yesterday. This says radical rebirth. So this is definitely that lion and the lamb energy as well. But you see that halo over her head is like, yeah, we're creating new worlds by the things that we do, by the things that we say, by the things that we embody. As above, so below. You have to allow that energy to flow, right? Knowing that you are protected. And this is number 5. This goddess is rising. Rise up, rise up. And know that you can, I didn't even know that was what it was going to say. It says, still I rise. Still I rise. Radical rebirth. Rise up, rise up. That's what I heard immediately, and then I read it. Still I rise. It says, yes, you can stop the struggle. You can choose at any moment to start over and be reborn. Like the sun, you rise again and again. Look. Throw it up and see what sticks. Allow your heart to guide you to what comes next. It's a matter of what do you choose. And every day can be different. Every day doesn't have to be the same. Every day I don't have to show up the same way. I can show up however feels good to me. And it is okay to take a rest. It is okay to take time to turn off and go within and say, you know what? What would I like to try over again? What do I need to release that no longer serves? And how can I begin to take the stage and show up in a way I've never showed up before? This is the work that I do. This is the work that I help others do. I am a holistic self-care practitioner working with women to find that space of regulation, emotional and nervous system regulation as we navigate these spiritual streets, y'all, especially if you're coming out of religion, especially if you have that program of religion. Finding that true identity of God in me, the hope of glory, has truly begun to be something that has set me free. And we are here and we remember it's not truly all about me. It's not truly all about you, but it is truly about us showing up unapologetically so that we can attract those that need what we have and have what we need. This is a reciprocity energy. It's an ebb and flow energy. It's a as above, so below energy. And the ancestors said they got one more card for us before we go energy. Okay? So the first card out was from the ancestors was the loner. Then it was creating boundaries. And they have one more card for us from the secrets of the ancestors as we begin to play in this new space of seeing God in me, the hope of glory. God in you, the hope of glory. Nobody, no preacher, no teacher, no one can tell you or explain to you what it is that you are supposed to do next. The first card out, 2 came out. This one was face up, the other one's face down. But it is the trickster. So I have really began to work in this energy and with this energy because the trickster shows up in you and me to keep us in loops that limit our creativity. You see, it's like a spider's web. It says ego and excess. So what are you accessing through the ego? And what are you accessing through your highest self, Christ conscious, universal consciousness? Okay? Because it's all there. And you get to choose what happens next. So number 15, we'll read from the book, Ego and Excess, the Trickster. So religion is a trick, y'all. I'ma just say it. Sorry if I'm ruffling feathers, but religion is a trick. It is a trick, but it is here to teach us something. And I am so thankful for my religious upbringing. I'm so thankful for the knowledge of a God. I'm so thankful for the ideas and the inspirations that came through my journey of finding myself and tapping into universal God energy. But this is definitely an energy that the new story has to be told. You have to get out of the web. You got to release those old stories, those limiting beliefs. As y'all have heard me talk about, I studied to show myself approved and seen that the story was repeat over and over and over. I was looking for the meat, but still getting the milk. So God brought me out and showed me something else. So it says, I easily release anything that is holding me back. Woo! I easily release anything right here that is holding me back. That's that place of nostalgia. That's that place of thank you. Ho'oponopono, thank you. I love you. Talking to yourself. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. And then begin to rise. The ancestral medicine for this card says, this ancestor can represent depression. If you want something different, you need to do something different. Look beyond your vices. If you need help, get it. And I'm here to help, y'all. I'm here to help us navigate this experience. Depression is a real thing. Anxiety is a real thing. All of it is real based on what we see and feel. But we also have the opportunity to create boundaries, to move into our brightest light, to begin to throw things up and see what sticks and say, you know what? I'm all right. And then whatever stories that are there that are telling us these limiting ideas of self, we have to love them. We love everything about who we are, the shadow and the light. And this brings us into, you can't make it up, the good juju, the altar of fire. This is number 22. This is where you have to tap into you. The God in me says that I get to do this. I get to create my destiny. I am a co-creator of all of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So what am I going to choose? Good vibes only. And this is the altar of fire. Number 22. You have to burn up those things that no longer serve. You have to learn the lessons in the process. And it says, it is easy for me to be successful. Booyah. This is that good juju. What are you telling you? Are you telling you you can't do it? It's hard. I'm never enough. I'm not worthy. All those stories were stories that I had told myself once in the past. But now it's like, no, I am worthy of all that this life has to offer. And I choose to leave here empty. I'm going to do, I'm going to be, I'm going to have everything that is here for me. Yes, it is easy for me to be successful. The ancestral medicine for this card says, set up an altar and set this world on fire. All that you desire is ready to rise from the ashes. Everything that you desire is ready to rise from the ashes. I really kind of read this in my own way, but most people don't know about altars. But if you do, set up an altar for you. Set up an altar that cherishes you. I have a beautiful altar in my home. I have an altar for me. I have an altar for my ancestors. I have an altar for those that support me. And I look at it daily as a reminder of who I am. And we have to celebrate ourselves in all aspects. And we get to choose every day, which part of me am I going to show up in? Which part of me is needed most? As we look, oh, what a mighty web we weave when we try to deceive. It's a deception of yourself. It's where this doubt card is saying, don't do it. It says, I release the need to know the answers. All you have to do is move in the feel good and know that the universe supports you. As that inner child card showed up. This is a time for play. This is a time for expansion. This is a time for growth. This is a time to live unapologetically and know that you are worth it. You are worth everything that you can see, be, have, or do. But it truly is up to you. You are the power. You are the message. You are the vision. And you are the dream come true. Allow love to guide you. Until next time, peace and love. Good night.